Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Volusia Speedway Park as we get ready for night number 2 of Winter Nationals here for the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. Last night it was Bubba Rawling picking up the quick time, picking up right where he left off. From the first event of the season, as he's gone 2 for 2 now, as we've got Trey Dorian atop the charts there, Miller in second, Joshua Johnson sixth fastest with his first lap. There's Kendrick Hicks, pops up on the chart. Ethan Waters out there as well in his 18 machine as he looks to make his first timed lap. Eighth fastest, a 15:58. To the top of the charts, Brett Carlton, haven't seen him yet this year. Long time driver here in the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. Nice to have him back out on the track, and it looks like 11 drivers, 12 now out there on the track. Dakota Bradford, the latest to enter. That leaves another 5 still yet to make a timed lap yet. As it looks like to the top of the charts, there's the 99 of Devin Moran. He returns to the series here tonight. He raced in a few events last year with the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. It does look like Bubba Rawlings going to hold on to his strategy going out late. He was the last lap completed last night in the qualifying session, and it was the fastest time. As Jarrett Durham, good race last night for him, jumps up to second fastest. Jacob Lassiter makes his way around the track. He came away with a podium finish last night, as did Austin Bloodworth. There it is, Jacob Lassiter, top of the charts, a 13:32. Durham will match him for second fastest as he completes his timed lap. And that will leave the 5:15 of Bubba Rawling to make his timed lap. Looking to go 3 for 3 to start the year. Seventh fastest his first time of 15:40. Logan Bradford is also out on the track right now, so it looks like Logan might get the last lap completed here, as there's Bubba Rawling, fast time of 15:27, beating Jacob Lassiter, as Logan Bradford completes his first lap, seventh fastest, a 15:36. And Bubba Rawlings' last lap will be a 15:26, so that will be the fast time that Logan Bradford looks to best here. Second fastest, a 15:28, so just off of Bubba Rawlings' time. Half a lap left here for the 67 machine, and the last chance of trying to knock off Bubba Rawling. He will not, as it is Bubba Rawling 3 for 3 to start the year with quick times as he goes back to back here at Volusia for night number 2 of Winter Nationals. So here early in this 2026 season, it looks like Bubba Rawling is going to be a competitor to chase down all season long. As qualifying here starts to wrap up, we'll move on to those heat races next. And with that, we will move on to heat race number 1. They are going to get lined up out there on the track, and they're going to line up like this. It's going to be quick time Bubba Rawling in the 5:15 alongside Jarrett Durham. Brett Carlton will start third alongside Brody Thompson. Brody had a great run last night as well. Aiden Young will start fifth alongside Kendrick Hicks. So 8 laps will make up heat race number 1. Bubba Rawling and Jarrett Durham will take us to racing action here for the first time tonight. Green flag waves and Bubba Rawling takes us to racing action. Durham will jump off to the lead here as they go through 3 and 4. Durham will lead lap number 1 as now Thompson's looking for that second spot as he tracks down the 515. There's Brett Carlton now settled into that 4th position under attack from Hicks. Single file out front. Durham will jump through 3 and 4. As Durham will set the pace here, similar to last night. Single file here as we get this race underway. We're closing in on that halfway mark this time by. It's still Jarrett Durham up front. Bubba Rawling second as he looks to the inside. Thompson running there in third. So Durham continues to lead here. The front two have broken away ever so slightly. Space between all the cars all the way around this Volusia Speedway Park. Two laps to go. Durham trying to hold off Bubba Rawling. This would be the first checkered flag of any event here in 2026 that Bubba Rawling was in that he hasn't claimed. If he's unable to get past Durham, alongside him there at the exit of turn number 4, white flag waves. Durham heads down the backstretch for the final time here in heat race number 1. Rawling has one more chance. Durham will close that door to the inside. He will pick up heat race number 1 win. Rawling second, Thompson third, Hicks, Carlton, and Aiden Young will round out the field. And with that, we'll move on to heat race number 2, and they're going to line up like this. Logan Bradford on the pole alongside Devin Moran. Austin Bloodworth will line up alongside RJ Miller. And in row number 3 will be Joshua Johnson alongside Cody Early. Cars will roll off down the front stretch here as we get ready for 8 more laps of racing action. So 2x2 we get lined up around this Volusia Speedway Park as we get ready to go back to racing action. So Bradford, Logan Bradford, alongside Devin Moran here on the front row. Go through 3 and 4 for the final time before that green flag will wave. Out of turn number 4, green flag waves. Bradford takes us off into turn number 1 for the first lap. The 24 Bloodworth looking to the inside of Devin Moran through 3 and 4. It's going to be Bradford leading the first lap as Bloodworth will take over that second position. Bloodworth trying to track down that 67 now for the lead. He looks to the inside, working that bottom side throughout the course. He'll make a move here. It's going to be that outside momentum, but not enough. Bloodworth will lead that lap. 5 laps to go here in heat race number 2. That 117 to the far right of your screen will move into the 4th position. That's Joshua Johnson as he looks to track down the 99 and Devin Moran. Out front, it's still Bloodworth as the cross sticks halfway here in heat race number 2. Slight contact there with the leaders as they go off into turn number 3. The 67 of Bradford will move back into the lead. Crossover by the 24 as he will lead with 3 laps to go. Great battle up front between Bloodworth and Bradford. As the white flag will wave, Bloodworth goes around Volusia Speedway Park for the final time here in heat race number 2. He will coast to victory. Second will be Bradford, Devin Moran third, Johnson fourth, Miller fifth, Cody early in 6th. As our third and final heat race of the night comes to, they're going to line up like this. It's Jacob Lassiter alongside Dakota Bradford, Troy Dorian in third alongside Brandon Marlowe, Ethan Waters in 5th, rounding out the field. As they will roll off, and we will move closer to our third and final heat race of the night. As one more lap around this track before we go green. Two by two they come through, 3 and 4. Green flag waves and back to racing action here. As it's going to be Bradford out front, Lassiter second, Dorian in third as they make their way through 1 and 2 for the first time. Caution flag will wave. Looks like Ethan Waters had some issues there on that one, as we'll reset them. First yellow flag of the night here at Volusia Speedway Park. So through 3 and 4 they come. As we get ready to go back to racing action here. Cleaner restart here as they're 2 by 2 as they exit off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch they go. Bradford will inch into the lead as they go into 3 and 4 for the first time. Lap number 1 will go to Dakota Bradford for the lead. Lassiter looking down to the inside there. Down the backstretch they'll go. 51 of Lassiter will overtake the 67, and now the 55 of Dorian looks to do the same. Bradford battles back as now he takes over that second position. Great battle there for the front three as Brandon Marlowe watches on from the 4th spot. Three laps to go. It's still Jacob Lassiter out front. Bradford second, Dorian third, Marlowe fourth, Waters in fifth. Lassiter has stretched that lead out now half of a second over Bradford. Dorian in third still. Marlowe makes up the top 4. All cars spread around this track now as the white flag waves. Out of turn number 4 it will be Jacob Lassiter, your heat victor. Bradford second, Dorian third, Marlowe fourth, Waters in fifth. And with that, that will set our starting lineup for tonight's feature event here from Volusia Speedway Park. As cars make their way out onto the track for warm-ups, we will take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will have that starting lineup for tonight's Winter Nationals from Volusia Speedway Park as you're watching the Pro Late Model Dirt Series here on Extreme eSpeed TV. Welcome back to Volusia Speedway Park as we get ready for tonight's Winter Nationals night number 2 here in Florida. Hot laps are coming to a close here at Volusia as we get ready to go on to that feature event. So 50 laps is the distance tonight here from Volusia. Coming into tonight, we have Bubba Rawling and Austin Bloodworth tied atop the point standings, 400 points apiece. Daniel Adams in third, 3 points back. Brandon Marlowe and Brody Thompson in fourth, they're 9 points back out of the lead. Sixth, Jacob Lassiter. Seventh, Dylan Perry, Aiden Young. Eighth, Dakota Bradford. And ninth, and Ethan Waters rounds out the top 10 in the point standings here after 2 events. So with that, the warm-up session comes to a close. We'll get that starting lineup here coming up next. As they get lined up on the front stretch here, your starting lineup's going to look like this. It's Jarrett Durham in the 314 alongside Austin Bloodworth. Starting third, Jacob Lassiter next to Bubba Rawling. Bubba looking to start the season 3 for 3 with feature victories. Logan Bradford in fifth alongside Dakota Bradford. Brody Thompson next to Devin Morand. And rounding out the top 10, it's Troy Dorian alongside Kendrick Hicks. Starting 11th, it's Joshua Johnson next to Brandon Marlowe. 13th, Brett Carlton alongside RJ Miller. 15th, Ethan Waters next to Aiden Young. And rounding out the field, and 17th will be Cody Early. So 2 by 2, they make their way around here for the start of tonight's Winter Nationals night number 250 lap event. So here we go as it's Durham and Bloodworth getting set to lead us to green flag racing action here at Volusia tonight for our 50 lap feature event. Green flag waves and we're back to racing at Volusia. Durham and Bloodworth side by side as they head off into turn number 1. Lassiter there will make it 3 wide for a moment. Big momentum there by Bloodworth in the 24 down to the inside. Big move there to the inside. 4 wide at the exit of turn number 4. 5 wide for a minute. They keep it going. What a save throughout the field there. Bubba Rawling involved the 55 of Dorian. Devin Moran caught up in that as well, as it's chaos behind them. It's Bloodworth and Bradford out front from third on back. It is chaos here early, but they keep it going green. Caution flag will wave. It looks like it's Cody early. As out front, Bloodworth was able to clear that. Amazing we made it to lap number 4 there after 5 wide down the front stretch. Cars were sideways, but they hold on and we stayed green for a moment. So we'll get lined back up and ready to go. So Bloodworth leads here. Second, it's Bradford, Logan Bradford. Thompson third, Lassiter fourth, and then Dakota Bradford in the 5th spot. So they catch up to the pace truck there as we get ready to go. So we'll see. I believe the lights might be off that pace truck as we get ready to go back to racing action. Bloodworth and Logan Bradford on that front row. Does look like we go back to racing action here at Volusia. Bloodworth jumps out front. The 67 of Bradford will get in line there as it's the 99 of Thompson. Settled in right about where he was a majority of last night in that 3rd position. Lassiter right behind him. A slight contact there as Bradford will shoot up the track. That opens the door to the inside. Thompson will take over that 2nd position with the 67 of Dakota Bradford now looking to the inside as well. Dorian down there in the 55 will make the move as well. Middle of the pack gets racy again here during this green lap segment. 4 wide there on the exit of turn number 4. That's a battle for the 5th position. Bloodworth continues to lead out front. We're watching Marlowe, Bradford, Durham, Lassiter. As Brandon Marlowe will take over that 5th position, it settles down there for a moment now. As it's Bradford and Durham side by side, Lassiter watching on from the 8th position. Bubba Rawling all the way back up there to the 9th position here after restarting 15th. Bloodworth 0.6 of a second lead here over Thompson. As that gap now over a second here. You got to go back there, middle of the pack. Bubba Rawling making his way up to 7th. As we work lap number 12, we will go through the field here. It's Bloodworth out front. He's been out front since the start of this one. Second is Brody Thompson, up 5 spots from starting 7th. He's now settled into that 2nd position. Dakota Bradford in 3rd. Meticulously cutting his way up from the 6th starting spot. Troy Dorian has used that inside line to move up 5 spots into 4th. Just moving into the top 5 is Jacob Lassiter, as he was our heat race number 3 winner. Bubba Rawling here in this group of cars is Brandon Marlowe looking to the inside, as this is a battle for the 6th position. 7th currently Marlowe, the 314 of Durham in 8. Logan Bradford in 9, and Ethan Waters will round out your top 10. Currently in 11th is Joshua Johnson in the 117. As Kendrick Hicks will make his way around him for that 11th spot. 13th is R.J. Miller. Brett Carlton doing battle with him in the now 15th position, as Cody Early will move up into that 13th spot. Brett Carlton now running 14th, and Aiden Young in 16th, rounding out the cars out on the track. Devin Moran out on lap number 12. So out front, it's still Austin Bloodworth continuing to lead. He has now stretched that lead to a 2.5. Be interesting to see if tire wear comes into account at any point, as that next group of cars nose to tail. 3 cars there. It's Thompson, Bradford, Dorian from 3rd to 5th. I'm sorry, 2nd to 4th in this group. 5th would be Lassiter watching on from beyond them. Long green flag run here at Volusia here, as we have now completed lap number 20. And the jinx comes out as Joshua Johnson will wreck and bring out the caution here on lap number 21. So we're just shy of the halfway mark here at Volusia Speedway Park. 16 lap green flag run there. As we get ready to go back to racing action, Bloodworth continues to lead. He's been out front from the beginning of this one. As 2x2 they make their way around, lights are still on the pace truck, so we'll make at least one more lap around this track before going back to green flag racing action. Green flag waves and we're back to racing action. Bloodworth jumps out front. That is Dakota Bradford there trying to hold on to that second spot from Brody Thompson. Side by side, Dorian and Lassiter behind him as they battle for the fourth spot. Bloodworth continues to jump out front. As he stretches out that lead over a half a second now. Again, that pack, the back half of the top 10 continues to be racy as it has all night long. As things settle down there for a moment, out front it's still Austin Bloodworth as Brody Thompson runs in that second spot, currently holding off Dakota Bradford and Troy Dorian in that fourth spot. Logan Bradford racy here with Brett Carlton, Ethan Waters, Jarrett Durham. As out front, those three cars from second to fourth continue to get nose to tail. Tracking the prey that is Bloodworth out ahead as we've got 21 laps to go this time by. $18 laps to go now as nothing's changed out front. We're settled back in here for a little green flag run. Bloodworth continues to lead. We check in on Bubba Rawling. Looking to start the year for 3 for 3. He's marred back in traffic, currently in the 10th spot as he races to the outside of the 88 of Miller. Unable to really get beyond that 9th place here during these last two green flag runs. As out front, it is all Bloodworth tonight. $15 laps to go here this time by, as racing continues to charge on here at Volusia. Bloodworth has now stretched that lead up over 0.8 of a second again. Brody Thompson's moved into that, or stays in that second spot, trying to stay ahead of the 67 of Dakota Bradford. Lassiter looking to the inside of Dorian there as he'll try to move into that fourth spot. The battle for a podium position marches on here as we have 11 laps to go. Best racing action on the track right now is this. What it now becomes a 5-car battle as Brandon Marlowe enters the picture. Lassiter looking to grab another podium finish here to start this 2026 season. Thompson ran top 3 a majority of last night's event and just fell out of the podium position late in the race last night for 30 laps. So Bloodworth continues to stretch that gap out front out. Brody is now separated from this pack from third on back. So now the battle is from Bradford in third back to Dorian in sixth. Marlowe has moved up into the top 5. He's currently our hard charger, up 7 positions during this event. As Lassiter continues to work that back bumper of Dakota Bradford as he tries to move up into the top 3. Marlowe looking to follow that 51 to the inside. As they race side by side, there's nowhere for that 37 of Marlowe to go, at least at this point, as coming to the flag stand this time by 5 laps to go at Volusia. Bloodworth now has a 1.4 second lead over this battle from second on back. Marlowe up 8 spots in that 37 machine, up into the 4th spot. As things settle down back there for a moment, we'll go up to the front. That's Bloodworth in the 24. 3 laps to go. Out of turn number 2. 2 laps to go now for Bloodworth. Back behind him, Lassiter has made his way around Thompson into that second position. Marlowe now looking to the inside. Podium positions changing here late in this one as Thompson will drop out of the top 3 here late in this one, just like last night. But out front, it's Bloodworth continuing to lead. Lassiter in second, Marlowe in third. Down the backstretch for the final time, it's Bloodworth through 3 and 4. That checkered flag in the air. He will take it home. Winter Nationals night number 2 at Volusia. Lassiter second, Brandon Marlowe third, Thompson fourth, and Dakota Bradford rounds out your top 5. So it's Austin Bloodworth, Jacob Lassiter, Brandon Marlowe, our top 3 drivers that will join us here shortly. As they line up here for the photo on the front stretch. And with that, our 2-night racing action from Volusia Speedway Park here for the 2026 Winter Nationals comes to a close. We'll bring up those final results here from night number 2. As we will talk to our top 3 finishers. First up is going to be our 3rd place finisher. It's Brandon Marlowe. Brandon up 9 spots there during that 50-lap feature event. Obviously eventful and a lot of cars passed there. Walk us through your race to a top 3 finish.
Definitely eventful. A lot of beating and banging in that one, but luckily we're able to keep it together and put it on the podium.
Even there late, we saw you were being patient, kind of following Jacob up through the field there once you got to the top five. How hard is it there, or was it pretty easy to just be patient as you tried to make your way up there the final 10 laps of this one?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't. It was fine. Just biding time. Like he was picking those guys off, and so there was no need to try to make it three wide and ruin all of our races or anything like that. Like I don't think I could have just easily made it three wide and passed them. So it was just better to stay in line and just try to pick them off as he did, just fill the gap.
And then obviously here early in this 2026 season, how much pressure does it take off to be able to come in and early in the year pick up a good finish to get the momentum going here for the rest of the year?
It helps build a little confidence. You just gotta keep it going. String more finishes like this together to be able to stay up in the points. Like it's a long season, so uh, one bad night can definitely put a hurting on you in the points.
Well, a good finish as you come home third tonight. Who are those folks and those sponsors you want to give a shout out to tonight?
I just got to give a shout out to Jacob for finishing on the podium both nights. All the guys at Hot Lap Heroes, 511 Designs, and Cody for putting the league on, and you guys for doing the broadcast.
Well, great run tonight, Brandon. Hopefully we talk to you again here soon.
Hopefully, thank you guys.
That's Brandon Marlowe, our third place finisher tonight. And then, as he mentioned, coming home second tonight, it's Jacob Lassiter. Jacob, another strong run here. What can you say about your performance here at Volusia this week? And obviously able to come away with a couple great finishes here early in the year.
Just fortunate to come on the right side of some of the incidents. There was a lot of elbows up front, but I mean that's just part of it. And the start kind of got hairy. I think we got three wide, and I got shuffled back, and kind of like last night, same way we kind of got shuffled back. But I got to give a shout out to my teammate Brandon. I mean, he was running the bottom, and when the bottom finally came in, he's like, "Hey, bottom's good." And I mean, when you got a teammate that's running the points but tells you where the line is, that's a huge help. I mean, he could have probably rolled on past me and went on, and but I mean that's the type of teammate he is. So I appreciate him kind of tell me where the line was. But there at the end, I moved back up, um, kind of running the top in the middle, and was able to I think close the gap just a little bit on Austin, but we didn't have enough time I don't think to do anything with him.
Well, also Volusia can be difficult to pass at times, and there at the end, you got into the top five, and we talked to Brandon about it too as he was following you through, showing a lot of patience as you tried to pick off one car at a time. Does that just fit your driving style? Is that just what you had to do here at Volusia? Was it hard to stay patient as you're trying to make your way up to the front and battle for a win, but know that it's one at a time to get up there?
Man, I think it's like that with every track. I mean, I think Volusia Race is pretty good. I mean, I may be the in a room by myself with that comment, but I think it races pretty good compared to some places. And I mean, yeah, I mean, I just tried to get into anybody. I got into Dakota in the heat race, and it wasn't intentional at all. I drove in and got a little tight, and I don't. We made contact, but his car kicked sideways like it was a little bit of net code. Like I don't think it should have been as aggressive as it was. So I checked up, trying to let him, gather it up. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to race people like that. But I was able, we were able to run. Me and him was able to run right there together for 5 or 6 laps, never touch, and that's what it's about. Like I said, I just try to be patient and try to be consistent, and just try to not get too. Sometimes you can get up, something happens to you on the track. Sometimes you can get your mind kind of starts playing games, and you want to start getting more aggressive. But you just have to try to just settle down and keep it under you. The main thing.
Well, another great run for you tonight, Jacob. I can probably guess the answer to this, but who are those folks you want to give a shout out to for another great finish?
Just give a shout out to Team Hot Lap Heroes, Brandon. Obviously, he had a great run tonight, and probably, like I said, if he hadn't told me the line, he probably could have got around both of us. I don't know. He was running good there at the end. So, shout out to him though for being an awesome teammate, and you guys for doing the broadcast, and Cody for putting the league on. Obviously, it's a it takes a lot of effort to do this, man, and to be. I think this is 7th year, like to put that effort into it. I appreciate what he does for the league for sure, and then always the wife for taking care of the little one. And so if it wasn't for her, wouldn't be able to come in here and be able to do this.
Well, another great run for you tonight, Jacob. Hopefully we talk to you again here soon.
Thank you.
That's Jacob Lassiter, our second place finisher tonight. And then joining us from Victory Lane, it's Austin Bloodworth for his first career pro late model dirt series victory. Austin, you had control of that one for all 50 laps there from start to finish. Was it as easy as it looked to collect your first victory here in the series?
I can tell you it was definitely stressful. Just trying not to mess up and just trying to be perfect every lap and follow my dad's advice of making it go around there the shortest way possible, and I did.
Obviously, we talked to you last night after a really strong race as well. How much were you able to take away from last night and apply it to tonight here to just finish a little bit better and pick up the win?
From last night to tonight, 3 and 4 was about the same line for me. I was able to slide myself going through the corner and come up just to keep my momentum up. And then 1 and 2, I just followed the traction down the straightaway so I could pull them off the corner.
Well, another great run back-to-back nights here at Volusia. How does it feel to pick up a win here early in the year? Obviously, your first one in the series. And what can you do with the momentum from this week and try to take it on to the next race?
It feels good to always get that first one out of the way and get my confidence up. I'm not very good at USA, so I'm going to have to be putting in a lot of practice laps. But no, it feels great, and I can't wait till next week.
Well, congratulations, Austin. Who are those folks and those sponsors you want to give a shout-out to from Victory Lane tonight?
About the same from last night. I thank my mom and my dad again. I thank Bowen Pallet Company, Backup Company, Fleming's Auto and Recovery, Beasley Group, Park City Auto Parts, Capital Race Cars, Dirt Lake Nation Designs for a good wrap, and Colton Herbert for a real life wrap. So.
Well, awesome. Congratulations on your first victory again, Austin, and we'll see what you can do at USA.
Thanks, sir. I appreciate it.
That is Austin Bloodworth, your winner here tonight from night number 2 of Winter Nationals at Volusia Speedway Park. As always, thank you for tuning in. We will be back next week with the Pro Late Model Dirt Series right here on Extreme E-Speed TV. As always, thank you for tuning in. I'm Travis Pearsfield with Extreme E-Speed TV, and we will see you at a racetrack soon.
This copyrighted broadcast of Extreme E-Speed TV Network is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without express written consent of the Extreme E-Speed TV Network is strictly prohibited. We hope you've enjoyed this broadcast.